Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Royal FC Coins, and today we are diving deep into the fascinating and detailed history of the 10 Sentimo coin minted in 1976, a coin that may be small in size but carries with it decades of political, cultural, and economic significance. In the Philippine numismatic timeline, the 10 Sentimo 1976 coin belongs to what is known as the Filipino series, which was introduced by the Central Bank of the Philippines during the early 1970s as part of a wider movement to assert cultural identity, national language, and post-colonial independence. In design and policy, following the earlier English series that had featured inscriptions and denominations in English, the Filipino series was a major step in embracing the national language and incorporating more native symbolism and imagery into Philippine currency. The 10 Sentimo coin, minted in the year 1976, features on its obverse the image of Francisco Baltazar, more popularly known as Francisco Balagtas, a literary giant and widely considered as one of the greatest Filipino poets and authors of all time. His work Florante at Laura remains a cornerstone of Philippine literature, and his influence in shaping the Filipino language and poetic form has granted him the honor of being the face of this denomination. His bust is engraved with a calm yet commanding expression, reflecting his intellectual legacy and his contribution to the formation of Filipino national identity through words and cultural narrative. The reverse of the coin carries the seal of the Central Bank of the Philippines during that era, bearing the inscription Republica ang Pilipinas, and the coin's denomination and year of minting. The seal and layout reflect the design conventions of the 1970s with symmetrical balance and authoritative symbolism intended to convey economic security and the institutional strength of the country's monetary authority. The coin was struck in aluminum, which made it lightweight, with a diameter of approximately 17 millimeters and weighing only about 0.5 grams. This material choice also aligned with global trends of the 1970s, which saw many countries moving to lighter and less expensive materials to mint lower denomination coins due to rising costs of traditional metals and inflationary pressures across the developing world. In this documentary, we will explore the historical context of the 1970s in the Philippines, including the declaration of martial law under President Ferdinand Marcos, the subsequent centralization of power, and the push for Filipino nationalism in media, education, infrastructure, and currency. We will examine how the introduction of the Filipino series coins, including the 10 Sentimo, was part of a broader government effort to reinforce cultural pride and national unity during a time of social and political unrest. We will trace the production of this coin from the metal sourcing to die engraving to mass minting and final circulation, exploring how coins like the 10 Sentimo 1976 were distributed across the islands and how they were used in everyday transactions, from local sari-sari stores to jeepney fares, public markets, and small-scale trading. This coin touched the lives of millions of ordinary Filipinos who used it daily without necessarily knowing the rich legacy behind its design and value. We will also look into the economic conditions of the time, including currency devaluation, trade shifts, and inflation, which affected the practical purchasing power of small denominations such as the 10 Sentimo, and how this coin fits into the broader economic story of the Philippine peso. Over time, we will explore coin errors and varieties such as double strikes, weak strikes, off-center minting, and die rotation, which have made some specimens of the 10 Sentimo 1976 more valuable to collectors. These rare versions are often sought after in local and international coin markets and auctions, and we will guide you on how to identify them, grade them, preserve them, and evaluate their worth. Today, we will feature expert interviews with Filipino numismatists, historians, former mint workers, and currency designers who will share their insights into the artistic and historical decisions behind the coin's features and what this particular coin meant to the era in which it was released. We will also take a look at how Francisco Balagtas has been honored in other forms of art, education, and culture, and why his inclusion on the 10 Sentimo coin was such a meaningful tribute to literary excellence and national pride. We will look into how this coin compares to its international counterparts of the same period and what global trends in coinage, material design, and philosophy were influencing the Philippines during that time. We will also explore the impact of modern technology on the world of coin collecting, such as digital catalogs, online auctions, and social media coin communities where collectors share knowledge and trade coins, including the 10 Sentimo 1976. By the end of this full-length documentary, you will understand how the 10 Sentimo 1976 coin became not just a piece of metal currency but a cultural artifact and artistic expression of Filipino pride and a silent witness to one of the most politically dynamic eras in the country's history. This is the story of a small coin with a big voice, a coin that connects literature, language, history, economy, and identity in a single object of everyday use, shared here with you in detail on Royal FC Coins, where we uncover the legacy behind every coin and bring the forgotten stories of the past into the hands and hearts of the present.